Hey everyone, it's Sarah. I have layout number 5 using my December hip kit, and I have my timer going because I also made this page for a challenge on the Victoria Marie Facebook group, and it's the Hump Day Challenge. So every Wednesday, she will issue a challenge, and we try to follow a prompt and try to get it done in 30 minutes or less. I ended up at 38 minutes, so I blame these pink paisley letter stickers, which I love, 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 love. I love those, but they took a long time to get down. But that's okay. So I am using, let's see, that background paper is Heidi Swap from the September Skies collection. And like I said, those alphabets are from Pink Paisley. They're the Bella Rouge that came in the, I think those came in the embellishment kit for the December hip kit. And I have this picture of me with a Grinch mug that my mom got me for Christmas. And I'd seen it on the Victoria Marie Facebook group, actually. Victoria had one, and then everyone started going crazy and wanted one, and I wanted one. And I couldn't find one anywhere except on Amazon. And then I kept talking to my mom about it, and then she ended up sending it to me for Christmas. So I was super happy. So I knew I had this picture, and I wanted to document it somehow. And then when she came up with the prompt was something to scrapbook something quirky about yourself. So one thing that's quirky about me is I love coffee mugs. I mean, I love coffee, obviously, but coffee mugs, seriously, if I see a cute coffee mug, I obsess about it until I can have it. It's ridiculous. I don't know what it is. I'm a sucker for a coffee mug. But you know, I drink coffee every day, and at night I actually do drink like hot herbal tea too. So I use 2 mugs a day. But it's I don't know. It's one of my things. I have a thing for coffee mugs. So when I was going through my kit, I pulled the picture, and when I was going through my kit trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I realized I have so many of those alphabets still. I was like, you know, I wonder if I have enough to make like a funny title, and I thought, you know, I love you more than coffee mugs. And I was going through the letters. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to have enough E's. There's no way I'm going to have enough this. Blah, blah, blah. And I went through and I was like, oh my gosh, I have enough. I don't think I have any more E's now. But I did have enough. I was really surprised. So I was really excited. So I was like, okay, that's definitely going to be my big title. And that's going to take up most of the real estate on, you know, my page, obviously, because they are big letters. But I really, really love the way it turned out. So I was very excited. This did take quite a bit, though. I am using my ATG to put these letters down because they're transparent, but they have kind of like a black crosshatch pattern on them, so you can't see the adhesive through them at all. So that is what I'm using to get these stuck down here. And I kind of lined up the vellum on top of the paper, and I used some washi tape on the top just to keep the vellum still while I was putting them down, because I kind of know exactly where I want them to go on the page. And I'm going to cut down the vellum a little bit when I'm finished with my letters here. But I really like how the vellum kind of tones down the really bold stripe behind it, especially since I'm putting these busy letters on top of that as well. So I just needed a little bit of a buffer. I didn't want to cover up the stripes at all, but the vellum just adds a nice little softness to it. So I really like the way that turned out. So I'm still sticking. Like I said, this took a while. Just because I had so many to put down. But it was worth it in the end. Things we do, right? Things we do for our pretty papers. Alright, so the title's all stuck down. I'm going to go ahead and cut down my vellum. And I had already kind of marked ahead of time where I wanted to cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put the vellum down. Like, do I just do my ATG, or what else do I do? But I ended up doing the ATG, and it turns out that where I put the adhesive lands pretty much like on the white, so you really can't see it. If it were on the black, you probably would be able to see it, but it turned out good. And then I used some washi tape that came in the kit just to reinforce it a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and mat my picture on this pink cardstock, and I'm also going to use some of this really pretty, kind of like an aqua cardstock as well. Those both came in the kit. And I'm going to use those. Sorry, those came in the cardstock add-on. I ended up getting a cardstock add-on this month. So now what am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to use this little kind of like a dark blue rub-on here from Amy Tangerine. And I'm using that to kind of ground where my embellishment cluster is going to go. And I have issues with these Amy Tangerine rub-ons. They're not rubbing on all that great. They're either not rubbing on great or they're rubbing on too well and I'm ruining them. So yeah, I'm having issues. But I'm using the Stampin' Up! Coffee mug stamp that I got a while ago. And oh, I love this thing. And I've been using it a lot actually, so I'm really happy. But what I'm doing is I have this leftover piece from, I had stamped that and then used the middle cutout part for a coffee mug. I think in my December daily maybe. And then I just kept that part with the stamp so that I had it there. And now I'm piecing it together again. So I have like the cup part is going to be that kind of like a newsprint type. And then the center right there is going to be from what I just stamped on the Amy Tangerine paper. So I have a heart on there. And then the lid I'm also going to cut out from the gray as well. So I hope that makes sense. So I had a stamp that I had stamped before, and then I literally just replaced the center, like the where you'd have the sleeve on it, and then the cap. So I really hope that makes sense. If not, just ask me and I'll try to explain it better. But and then I used a flare badge that is from Tony From's Etsy shop. She sells flare in her Etsy shop, and I love her flare. I had put an order in a few weeks ago, and I've been using it. So that's actually from her tea. She has like a little tea set, and it just has a mug with a heart, so I used it here. And then what else am I doing? Die cuts. I have a bunch of die cuts that I used. Those are all from Amy Tangerine. And then this wood veneer is from Evalicious, and those came in the kit as well. I am using these little stitched lines. They're just little lines of X's. So I use one on top and one on the bottom. Those are from Amy Tangerine as well. And there, see the gold camera? I just screwed that up too because it landed on the packaging, and I'm like, ugh. I may still be able to use that if I just put something in the center so you can't really see. But I was really upset. I was like, ah, crap. I just keep messing everything up. And then I'm also going to use this heart. Where am I going to use that heart? Right there. I kind of layered it behind the coffee mug thing. And it actually ends up not coming out good at all. I mean, I rubbed and rubbed and rubbed, and it still, like when I pulled it off, it just, yeah, look at that. It didn't even look like a heart anymore. So I'm just going to add a die cut over the top of it just because I'm like, meh. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm just having trouble. So I'm going to layer that over there instead. So it has XO and a heart on it. And that looks fine to me. So I'm good with that. I'm going to use a few puffy stickers here. Some hearts and some stars. And those are from Evalicious as well. And I use a little gray camera down there. And an arrow. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and get my journaling done. Yeah. And I'm just going to talk about how, you know, I have this weird thing about coffee mugs. I absolutely love them. And I think at the end I just need more cabinet space. Which I do. You know, I just need more cabinet space and then everything will be fine. But I really like the way this turned out. I'm really happy I was able to use a bunch of those awesome pink paisley letters on here. I'm really happy I had enough of what I needed to do this title. So I had this glassine bag and I toyed with using it, but I was like, nah, I don't need it. And that is going to complete my layout. 38 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. And I'll be back again with some more of the December Hip Kit layouts. And check out Victoria Marie Facebook group as well. Go ahead and search it. Okay, hope you guys have a great day. Bye.